Gentlemen, let me begin by saying this age is not the end of vitality, strength, or passion. Too often, men over 60 are told to expect decline as if it is inevitable, as though energy, sexual health, and overall wellness must simply fade with time. But the truth is, the body holds remarkable potential to renew itself, and the choices you make today can dramatically influence how vibrant, confident, and energized you feel tomorrow. This is not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming the strength and drive that should remain yours well into your golden years. When we think about wellness, we often imagine complicated routines, expensive supplements, or extreme regimens. But the reality is far simpler. Your body, at its core, needs the right building blocks to function at its best. Just as a car cannot run smoothly without fuel and maintenance, your body cannot thrive without essential nutrients. The difference between dragging through the day with fatigue and standing tall with vitality can come down to a few key choices that can be as simple as adding 3 vitamins into your daily life. Let's talk about vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin. After 60, natural production of vitamin D declines, and yet it plays a critical role in bone health, hormone balance, and immune strength. More importantly, it is directly tied to testosterone levels, energy production, and even mood regulation. Low vitamin D has been linked to fatigue, low libido, and a weakened immune system, issues that men frequently assume are just part of aging. But restoring healthy vitamin D levels can bring back energy, stabilize mood, and enhance performance, not just in daily life, but in the bedroom as well. The second powerhouse is vitamin B12, the spark plug for your cells. Without enough B12, the body struggles to create red blood cells and carry oxygen efficiently, leading to fatigue, brain fog, and weakness. Men over 60 are particularly vulnerable because absorption of this vitamin declines with age. When B12 levels are optimized, you feel sharper, more focused, and more capable. It keeps your nervous system firing, your energy steady, and your vitality strong. Imagine waking up with clarity instead of grogginess, eager to take on the day rather than dragging your feet. That is the difference B12 can make. And then there is vitamin E, the often overlooked nutrient that acts as a powerful antioxidant and protector of cells. But its role goes deeper than that. Vitamin E is closely tied to circulation and sexual performance because it improves blood flow. For men concerned with maintaining stamina and performance, this vitamin can be transformative. It also supports skin health, reducing the visible signs of aging, and protects against oxidative stress, which accelerates cellular decline. The result is not only improved physical vitality, but also the confidence that comes with feeling strong and looking well. Now, I want you to pause and think about this. None of these vitamins are exotic, difficult to access, or outrageously expensive. They are simple, available, and profoundly effective. Yet, many men overlook them, settling for fatigue, low drive, and diminished strength, as though it were their destiny. It is not. Aging is natural, but decline is optional. By replenishing your body with what it truly needs, you give yourself the gift of energy, passion, and renewed life. So I urge you, don't wait for tomorrow, begin today. Reclaim your vitality by making these vitamins a part of your daily routine. Strength, stamina, and confidence are not behind you. They are still within you, waiting to be unlocked. You have the power to feel alive, to perform at your best, and to enjoy the years ahead with vigor and fulfillment. Take action now, and let the next chapter of your life be defined not by decline, but by strength, energy, and unstoppable vitality. Testosterone is at the heart of male vitality, strength, and desire, and one of the most underestimated keys to maintaining it as you age is vitamin D. Think of it not just as a nutrient, but as the silent driver of masculine energy, the fuel behind both your physical performance and your intimate power. When vitamin D levels decline, your testosterone production begins to slow, and that shift shows up in subtle but deeply frustrating ways. Less drive, weaker stamina, and a dimming of that spark that once made you feel unstoppable. It's not just about erections or libido. It's about the full spectrum of male confidence that comes from feeling strong in your body, sharp in your mind, and magnetic in your presence. Imagine how many men over 60 chalk up their struggles to simple aging when in truth their bodies are crying out for this essential vitamin. The lack of vitamin D can leave you feeling sluggish, moody, and disconnected from your own masculine edge. That sense of being tired all the time, the drop in desire, even the frustration of not performing at the level you know you once could. Those are not random signs of getting older. They are signals that your testosterone has been dulled by nutritional deficiency. When vitamin D is restored, it's like flipping a switch inside you, reigniting the fire of strength and desire that you thought was slipping away. The link between vitamin D and testosterone is undeniable, with research showing that men with healthy vitamin D levels consistently enjoy higher testosterone and better sexual health. That translates to stronger erections, heightened sensitivity, and a renewed hunger for intimacy. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about restoring what your body is still capable of delivering when you give it the right tools. Low vitamin D is like leaving your engine without oil. It grinds down over time. But with proper levels, you bring back fluidity, stamina, and a sense of readiness that extends into every area of life. There's also the matter of mood, and it should never be underestimated when it comes to intimacy. Men with low vitamin D often feel anxious, depressed, or emotionally flat, and those feelings directly affect the desire for sex and the ability to perform. Sexuality isn't just physical, it's deeply tied to confidence, energy, and emotional connection. By optimizing vitamin D, you not only lift testosterone but also elevate mood, creating the mental space where desire feels natural again. That's when passion feels less like an effort and more like a spontaneous expression of your masculine self. Think of how much more powerful and connected you feel when your hormones are balanced, when testosterone is flowing freely, and when you can step into intimacy without hesitation. Vitamin D is not some luxury, it is the foundation of hormonal strength. With it, you reclaim stamina, sharper erections, and a renewed sense of self-assurance that your partner feels instantly. Without it, every part of the sexual experience suffers, from arousal to performance to satisfaction. It's about being able to look at yourself in the mirror and feel that you are still in command of your vitality, and yet, so many men underestimate how easily deficiency sneaks in, especially after 60, when the skin produces less vitamin D from sunlight and the body absorbs it less efficiently. You may think your diet or lifestyle is enough, but in reality, most men in this age group fall dangerously short. The result is not just weaker testosterone but a cascade of health issues: weak bones, reduced muscle strength, diminished endurance, that make you feel older than you truly are. When you restore vitamin D, you give testosterone the environment it needs to thrive, and suddenly, energy returns, muscles respond, and the body feels alive again. The beauty of this connection is that it is so simple and yet so transformative. A man who restores his vitamin D levels is a man who rediscovers his desire, his energy, and his drive. It's not a pill that tricks the body into a temporary high. It's a foundation that builds genuine strength and restores natural balance. That balance shows up in every kiss, every touch, every intimate moment, because when testosterone is alive within you, your performance becomes effortless and your desire feels limitless. In the end, it's about giving your body what it was always meant to have, what nature designed as the raw material for male vitality. Vitamin D feeds testosterone, and testosterone feeds your masculinity, your energy, your endurance, and your sexuality. When this relationship is nurtured, you stop feeling like age is working against you and start realizing that strength, passion, and confidence can still belong to you right now. Vitamin B12 is often called the spark of life, and for good reason, because without it, the male body simply cannot perform at its best. It is the nutrient responsible for carrying oxygen into your cells, igniting energy, and fueling stamina that carries you not only through your day, but through your intimate moments as well. When B12 levels drop, the signs show up in ways that can quietly steal your vitality. Constant fatigue, lack of focus, weaker erections, and a frustrating sense of not having the endurance you once had. Many men over 60 accept this as part of aging, but the truth is that a lack of B12 is often the hidden reason they feel so drained, so flat, and so incapable of lasting the way they want to. Think of oxygen as your body's natural performance enhancer, and B12 as the key that delivers it where it needs to go. Every erection, every contraction of your muscles, every surge of energy in the heat of passion requires oxygen moving efficiently through your blood. Without enough B12, circulation falters, stamina diminishes, and your ability to keep up suffers. That's why men with low B12 often complain of not being able to last, of feeling weak midway, or of struggling to maintain the intensity they desire. But once B12 is replenished, the difference is undeniable. You feel sharper, your body responds faster, and your ability to endure grows stronger with every moment. Beyond energy, B12 has a profound effect on your nervous system, and that directly impacts sexual performance. The nerves that control arousal, sensitivity, and climax depend on healthy B12 levels to fire with precision. When you are deficient, signals slow down, pleasure feels dulled, and orgasms may feel less powerful. But when your B12 levels are optimized, sensation heightens, reactions become quicker, and intimacy transforms into a more intense, satisfying experience. It's like turning up the volume on your body's sexual response, making every touch, every kiss, every moment feel alive and electric. Cognitive sharpness is another hidden gift of B12, and it plays a vital role in intimacy. Mental fog, forgetfulness, and lack of focus are not just nuisances in daily life. They can follow you into the bedroom, breaking your rhythm, dulling your desire, and leaving you distracted at the very moment you want to be most present. When B12 is abundant, clarity returns and you can focus fully on your partner, on the sensations, and on the connection you're creating. This mental presence adds depth to intimacy, making it not just physical, but emotional and deeply engaging. Low B12 also leads to mood imbalances, irritability, and even depression, all of which can drain libido and weaken performance. A man who feels heavy with low mood is far less likely to feel sexual, confident, or adventurous. On the other hand, when B12 restores emotional balance, desire flows more naturally. You feel lighter, happier, more eager to connect, and your partner feels that energy too. Confidence returns not as a forced effort, but as a natural expression of a man who feels good in his own body again. What makes B12 so critical after 60 is that the body's ability to absorb it decreases significantly with age. Even if you eat well, your stomach produces less acid and intrinsic factor, both necessary for absorbing this vitamin from food. That means deficiency creeps in quietly, undermining your vitality without you realizing it. Many men struggle for years with low energy, weak erections, or dull desire, never knowing that the solution is as simple as restoring B12. When absorption is supported through diet, supplements, or injections, strength, clarity, and endurance come rushing back. B12 also supports red blood cell production, which means healthier circulation overall. Stronger circulation translates into firmer erections, longer-lasting stamina, and a body that feels capable instead of fatigued. Men often underestimate just how much oxygen flow determines their sexual strength, but once B12 is replenished, they quickly realize the profound difference it makes. The body responds, the mind feels sharper, and intimate performance begins to mirror the strength they thought they had lost. In truth, B12 is one of the simplest but most powerful tools a man can use to reclaim vitality after 60. It restores endurance, awakens sensitivity, sharpens focus, and infuses confidence into every part of life, especially intimacy. Without it, the spark of masculinity feels dimmed. With it, you feel alive, capable, and ready to perform at your best whenever the moment calls. Vitamin E is often thought of as a skin vitamin, the nutrient that keeps you looking younger on the outside, but its most powerful role lies deeper in the way it supports blood flow and circulation. For a man, blood flow is everything. Your ability to achieve and maintain a strong erection depends on it. Your stamina in the bedroom depends on it, and even your recovery afterward depends on it. Without healthy circulation, intimacy feels like a struggle, and the confidence that comes from knowing your body will respond when you need it most begins to slip away. Vitamin E steps in as a powerful ally, keeping your blood vessels flexible, your circulation free, and your performance ready to respond with strength and reliability. Picture the way your body works when arousal begins. It is blood rushing into delicate tissues, filling them with strength and firmness, creating the power and endurance that intimacy demands. But if your arteries are stiff or clogged with oxidative damage, that response slows down, becomes weaker, or fades too quickly. This is why so many men notice a frustrating change in their erections as they age. Vitamin E acts as a shield against that damage, protecting your vessels and allowing blood to flow with ease. It's like clearing the path so that desire is instantly followed by performance, and performance is carried through with confidence and strength. Beyond erections, vitamin E also influences endurance because oxygen delivery improves when circulation is healthy. When your tissues receive a steady, rich supply of oxygen, you not only last longer but also recover faster. That means less fatigue, less struggle to keep up, and a greater ability to sustain both physical and sexual performance. Imagine the difference between feeling winded too soon and feeling like you can go on with power and rhythm for as long as the moment requires. That is the difference vitamin E can make when your body is nourished properly. There is also an undeniable link between vitamin E and sensitivity. Good circulation does not just power erections, it also heightens sensation by ensuring that nerve endings are fully nourished and responsive. When blood flow is strong, every touch feels more electric, every kiss ignites deeper pleasure, and every intimate moment becomes more immersive. Men who optimize vitamin E often describe their sexual experiences as more intense, more satisfying, and more deeply connecting, because sensation is no longer dulled by poor circulation or tired responses. Another overlooked benefit is the way vitamin E reduces oxidative stress, which is essentially cellular aging from the inside out. When oxidative stress builds, not only does it damage blood vessels, but it also affects hormone function and sexual performance. By combating this, vitamin E preserves the youthfulness of your cells, keeping them vibrant and functional. That translates into a body that feels younger, responds quicker, and carries the masculine energy you want to project both in and out of the bedroom. It is a nutrient that quietly slows the clock, not just in your skin, but in your sexual performance and stamina as well. Vitamin E also supports cardiovascular health in general, and this cannot be separated from sexual health. The same arteries that supply your heart are the ones that supply your most intimate areas. If your circulation is compromised, it will show up in your sexual performance often before you even notice problems with your heart. This is why maintaining vitamin E levels is so crucial. It strengthens the system as a whole, ensuring your heart pumps strong, your blood flows freely, and your erections remain firm and dependable. Sexual vitality is, in many ways, a reflection of cardiovascular vitality, and vitamin E nourishes both. What makes vitamin E particularly powerful is that it works not only on the physical, but also on the psychological level. A man who knows his body will respond reliably feels more confident, more daring, and more relaxed in intimacy. Confidence itself is an aphrodisiac, and when circulation is optimized, erections are dependable, and sensitivity is heightened, the mind no longer worries or hesitates. This mental freedom allows you to enjoy sex more fully, to give more to your partner, and to create experiences that are rich in passion and fulfillment. For men over 60, where changes in circulation often become more noticeable, vitamin E is one of the simplest ways to reclaim control. It restores power to your erections, stamina to your performance, and intensity to your sensations. It works from the inside out, protecting your vessels, enhancing your blood flow, and fueling your body with the capacity to perform the way you desire. This is not about resisting age. It is about nourishing your masculinity with the tools that let you live and love with full vitality. So many men over 60 carry around the belief that feeling tired, drained, or sluggish is just part of getting older, but in truth, fatigue is often a signal that the body is missing critical nutrients. When energy feels low, when mornings begin with heaviness instead of vitality, and when even the idea of intimacy feels exhausting, it is rarely age alone at fault. It is the silent depletion of vitamins that once kept you strong. Energy is not just about muscle or endurance. It is about chemistry, and when your chemistry is out of balance, fatigue steals away the very drive that makes you feel alive as a man. Think of how fatigue affects every layer of intimacy. When your energy is weak, your erections are weaker, your stamina shortens, and your focus fades quickly. The body wants to respond, but it doesn't have the reserves to carry you through. That creates frustration, self-doubt, and even avoidance of sex, not because the desire is gone, but because the fear of running out of energy feels heavier than the pleasure of trying. The truth is, with the right nutritional support, that fear can be erased, replaced with confidence and the certainty that your body can keep pace with your desires. Energy is also deeply tied to circulation and oxygen flow, and vitamins like B12 and D fuel the very systems that carry life through your veins. Without them, your heart and muscles feel overworked, your responses slow down, and your endurance collapses halfway. But when deficiencies are corrected, energy surges back, not in a jittery, artificial way, but in a deep and natural sense of strength. Suddenly, you can move with stamina, last with power, and hold on to the kind of performance that satisfies both you and your partner. Fatigue transforms from a constant barrier into a forgotten memory. Fatigue also clouds the mind, and sexual health is as mental as it is physical. When you are tired, focus slips, desire feels dulled, and your partner can sense your detachment. Passion loses its spark because your brain is simply too weighed down to light the fire. But when energy is restored, mental clarity sharpens, desire rises again, and presence returns in the bedroom. The ability to be fully in the moment, to connect deeply, and to express passion without hesitation is a natural byproduct of a body that is fueled, nourished, and strong from within. Too many men resign themselves to the story that aging equals slowing down, when in reality, energy loss is a preventable symptom of imbalance. Correcting these imbalances is like giving yourself permission to live again. Imagine waking up in the morning without grogginess, moving through your day without dragging, and arriving in the evening with energy, still alive in your body, ready for intimacy. That kind of strength is not reserved for youth. It belongs to any man who understands that his body still responds when given what it needs. Fatigue does not just affect you, it affects your partner as well. A partner feels the difference between a man who is too drained to engage and a man who carries himself with vitality, energy, and readiness. Intimacy thrives on energy, and when yours is abundant, the connection deepens, the pleasure multiplies, and the relationship itself grows stronger. Energy is the foundation of passion, and without it, even desire can wither. Rebuilding that foundation with the right vitamins rekindles not only your strength but the bond you share with your partner. It is also important to understand that fatigue robs you of confidence. A man who feels tired most of the time often begins to question his masculinity, wondering if he is past his prime, if his best days are behind him, if he can no longer meet the demands of intimacy. This kind of self-doubt can be more damaging than the fatigue itself. Yet, the moment energy is restored, confidence rises with it, and the man within begins to re-emerge, the man who feels powerful, capable, and ready to enjoy his sexuality without hesitation. The age myth says energy must fade, but the truth is that fatigue is a signal, not a sentence. When you replenish what is missing, when you give your body the vitamins and nutrients it needs, energy can return stronger than you imagine. This kind of energy does more than fuel your daily tasks. It powers your erections, your stamina, your confidence, and your ability to share passion. It allows you to look at your partner not with reluctance, but with a hunger that matches your vitality. Confidence is often thought of as an attitude, something you can fake or force, but in reality, it is deeply rooted in the chemistry of your body. When your hormones are balanced, your circulation is strong, and your nervous system is firing at full capacity, confidence flows naturally, not as an act, but as a truth that radiates from within. For men over 60, this is especially powerful because sexual confidence can make the difference between approaching intimacy with eagerness or withdrawing with hesitation. The right vitamins nourish your body in ways that restore that inner certainty, the kind that makes you feel masculine, capable, and fully alive. Hormones are at the heart of this chemistry, and testosterone in particular is the hormone of male confidence. When levels dip due to age or nutrient deficiency, self-assurance begins to slip as well. You might notice it in subtle ways: less drive, more hesitation, weaker erections, or even doubts about your performance. But when your body is supplied with the nutrients that keep testosterone healthy, like vitamin D, the shift is undeniable. Desire returns, erections strengthen, and with them comes the natural confidence that you can not only respond to intimacy, but enjoy it fully. Circulation also plays a major role in the chemistry of confidence because confidence is tied to reliability. Nothing undermines a man's sexual confidence more than uncertainty about his own performance. If erections are weak, if stamina fails, if the body feels sluggish, the mind begins to question itself. But when blood flow is strong, powered by nutrients like vitamin E, you know that when arousal begins, your body will answer with strength. That reliability frees you mentally, allowing you to relax, focus on your partner, and bring a sense of certainty to every intimate moment. Nervous system health is another layer often overlooked, but it shapes how confident you feel in your own body. Vitamins like B12 support nerve function, ensuring that sensitivity, arousal, and climax all fire with precision. When nerves are dulled, experiences feel muted, leaving you less satisfied and less assured. But when your nervous system is vibrant, every sensation is heightened, every response is sharper, and confidence flows because your body feels alive. It is the assurance that not only can you perform, but that the experience will be deeply pleasurable for both you and your partner. Confidence also thrives on presence, the ability to be fully in the moment without distraction. Fatigue, low mood, or brain fog can rob you of this presence, making intimacy feel like effort rather than connection. By restoring vital nutrients, energy returns, mood stabilizes, and clarity sharpens. That means when you are with your partner, you can give all of yourself without worry or hesitation. Presence is powerful, and it communicates more than words ever could. It tells your partner that you are fully there, confident, and engaged. Confidence is also contagious. When you carry yourself with strength and certainty, your partner feels it too. Sexual connection is not just about what your body can do. It is about the energy you bring into the encounter. A man who knows his body is fueled and ready carries an aura that makes intimacy more exciting and fulfilling. Vitamins may seem like small additions, but they are the hidden foundation that allow this kind of confidence to blossom naturally without forcing or pretending. Even outside the bedroom, this chemistry-driven confidence transforms how you live. When your body feels strong, your mind clear, and your sexual power intact, you move through life with greater authority and presence. That confidence shows up in how you speak, how you carry yourself, and how you connect with others. It is not limited to intimacy but flows into every area of your life, creating a cycle of strength and certainty that feeds back into your sexuality. At its core, sexual confidence is not about performance alone. It is about harmony between mind, body, and chemistry. When vitamins restore that harmony, confidence emerges effortlessly. You no longer second-guess yourself, no longer wonder if your body will answer, no longer feel the weight of hesitation. Instead, you approach intimacy with the assurance of a man who knows he is fully capable, fully alive, and fully connected to his masculine power. For too long, men have been told that aging automatically means the fading of desire, the slowing of passion, and the quiet decline of sexual vitality. But the truth is that the male body is designed to carry intimacy well beyond the years of youth, provided it is nourished and supported. Aging does not strip you of masculinity. It only demands a different kind of care, a recognition that vitality can be maintained when you give your body what it needs. With the right nutrients, your desire can burn just as strong at 60, 70, or even 80 as it did decades before, allowing you to continue enjoying intimacy with energy, confidence, and satisfaction. Sexual desire is not just a fleeting thought. It is the expression of hormones, circulation, energy, and emotional balance working in harmony. When these elements are neglected, desire feels muted, and men often assume that this is the natural way of aging. But when testosterone is supported by nutrients like vitamin D, when circulation is enhanced by vitamin E, and when energy is fueled by vitamin B12, the inner fire of masculinity is rekindled. Desire begins to flow again, not as a struggle or a forced effort, but as a natural part of who you are, reminding you that passion does not belong to youth alone. The beauty of desire later in life is that it carries a depth that youth often lacks. It is not just physical but enriched by experience, by the knowledge of touch, rhythm, and connection. When your body is nourished and your vitality restored, This kind of desire allows intimacy to feel more profound, more connected, and more satisfying. The performance may be strong, but it is the richness of the experience that truly defines it. Vitamins become the silent enablers of this richness, ensuring your body responds to the depth of passion you still carry inside. Too many men step away from intimacy because they believe decline is inevitable, and with that withdrawal, a piece of their confidence and identity slips away. But this decline is not destiny, it is a choice, one often made unknowingly by ignoring the body's nutritional needs. By replenishing what is lost, you reclaim not only erections and stamina, but also the very desire to seek connection, to express passion, and to feel the kind of masculine energy that drives intimacy forward. The years ahead can be filled not with absence but with deeper, more fulfilling sexual expression. Desire at an older age also carries the gift of appreciation. Where once intimacy may have been rushed, later years allow for savoring, for enjoying every touch, every moment, every breath of closeness. Strong sexual health, supported by the right vitamins, gives you the ability to enjoy this fully, without fear of fatigue, failure, or frustration. The body becomes capable of matching the depth of your mind and emotions, creating intimacy that is both powerful and tender, exciting yet deeply grounding. It is important to understand that the fading of desire is often less about age itself and more about the silent deficiencies that weaken hormones, slow circulation, and drain energy. These are not signs of being past your prime. They are signs of imbalance, and they can be corrected. Once corrected, the body often responds with vigor, showing that passion has not left, but only been waiting for the right environment to awaken again. It is not about reliving your 20s. It is about embracing your 60s and beyond with the full confidence that desire can still be strong. Partners, too, feel the difference when desire is alive within you. Intimacy becomes more than just an act. It becomes a renewal of connection, a reminder that love and passion do not fade with time but deepen. When you carry the energy, the stamina, and the hunger to connect, your partner senses it, responds to it, and together you create experiences that are timeless. That shared passion is a form of vitality that goes beyond the body. It nourishes the relationship itself, giving it strength and excitement even in later years. Ultimately, desire does not belong to youth. It belongs to vitality, to the strength of a body supported and cared for. When you give yourself the vitamins and nutrients that sustain hormones, blood flow, and energy, you allow your masculine fire to keep burning, steady, and powerful, long after others assume it must fade. Aging with desire is not just possible. It is the natural outcome of honoring your body and choosing to keep passion alive.